Some places are abandoned because time forgot them. Others, because people never dared return. The 3 stories you're about to hear have been shared in local newspapers, personal journals, and eyewitness accounts over many years. Whether every detail is true is impossible to verify, but each story leaves behind frightened witnesses, unanswered questions, and places that many people still refuse to visit after dark. Tonight, you'll hear 3 of the most disturbing haunted stories ever told. And by the end, you may think twice before answering a knock at your door, or following a voice in the dark. In a quiet farming town stood an abandoned Victorian house. Its windows were broken. Its walls were blackened with age. Everyone believed it had been empty for decades. But every night, at exactly 2:17 a.m., 3 loud knocks echoed from the front door. No one ever saw who knocked. One autumn evening, 4 college friends decided to spend the night inside the house. They placed cameras in every room, locked every entrance, and waited. Hours passed in complete silence. Then, exactly at 2:17, 3 heavy knocks shook the front door. One of the friends opened it immediately. No one stood outside. The porch was empty. The yard was empty. Even the dirt outside showed no footprints. They laughed nervously and closed the door. Seconds later, the same 3 knocks echoed again. This time, from inside the house. The cameras captured every reaction, but one camera recorded something else. For less than 2 seconds, a pale figure stood motionless at the end of the upstairs hallway. No one in the group remembered seeing it. When they reviewed the footage the next morning, the figure was gone. The hallway was empty. The original recording had somehow changed. The house was demolished several years later. Yet nearby residents still report hearing 3 slow knocks in the middle of the night. Deep inside an isolated forest lies a forgotten lake. Fishermen avoid it. Campers refuse to stay overnight. The reason is always the same. People claim a woman dressed entirely in white appears near the shoreline after midnight. She never speaks. She simply watches. In 1998, a wildlife photographer camped beside the lake, hoping to photograph rare birds before sunrise. At 1:40 a.m., he noticed a woman standing perfectly still across the water. She seemed strangely bright beneath the moonlight. Assuming someone else was camping nearby, he waved. She slowly raised her arm and pointed toward the forest behind him. Confused, he turned around. There was nothing there. When he looked back toward the lake, the woman had vanished. The next morning, he discovered fresh footprints leading into the water. None came back out. Years later, local historians uncovered records describing a bride who disappeared near the lake more than a century ago. Her body was never found. Visitors still claim she appears before dangerous accidents, as if trying to warn them, or perhaps trying to lure them closer. A luxury hotel officially has only 12 floors. Every elevator panel skips directly from 12 to 14. But maintenance workers tell a different story. Late at night, the elevator sometimes stops between those floors. Its doors slowly open and reveal a hallway that should not exist. A night security guard experienced it firsthand while checking the building after midnight. His elevator suddenly stopped. The display showed no floor number. The doors opened onto a dim corridor lit by flickering lights. The wallpaper looked decades old. Every hotel room door stood slightly open. From somewhere down the hallway, Someone whispered, "Please don't leave." The guard stepped out only a few feet. Then every door slowly creaked open at once. Without waiting another second, he rushed back into the elevator. The doors closed. When they reopened, he was standing safely in the hotel lobby. Security cameras showed something impossible. According to the footage, the elevator doors had never opened at all. The guard remained inside for less than 10 seconds, yet his body camera recorded nearly 7 minutes of video. Hotel management dismissed the incident as equipment failure. The guard resigned the following week. He has never entered another elevator alone. Perhaps these are only legends. Perhaps frightened minds created impossible memories. Or perhaps some places remember those who entered, even after everyone else forgets. If you ever hear 3 knocks on an empty door, see a silent figure waiting across dark water, or find yourself on a floor that shouldn't exist, you may discover some haunted stories never truly ends, because somewhere, someone is becoming the next witness.